is Joe. And this is David. Let's see how Joe gets on.
Hi. I got a text. It said to come here now. I don't like it.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
Pardon?
When's your birthday?
I told you I don't like texts.
Sorry, they get sent out to everyone. Your date of birth.
October.
Do you know what date in October?
The 9th.
Good. Do you know what year?
1993.
Great. And your surname? Your last name?
Tate.
Tate. Okay, thanks, Joe. Have a seat. Someone will call your name when it's your turn.
I don't like it there.
It won't be long. Have a seat.
Anti-Maframati? Joe Tate? Joe Tate? Hi, Joe, are you ready? Joe, I'm Daphne. I'm an advanced nurse practitioner. Are you ready for your appointment today? Joe, there's a nice quiet room around the corner. If you like, we can go in there.
Okay.
Joe, I'm not sure you could hear me out there. It was a bit noisy, wasn't it? I'm Daphne.
Hello?
Do you know why you're here today?
Yes. No, it was...
It's okay. Would you like to go through it with me?
Yes, please.
You're here for an endoscopy, so the doctors can have a look at you on the inside to see if you have an ulcer.
Because it's painful.
Exactly. Do you know what an endoscopy is?
No, Well, it hurts.
So it can be quite uncomfortable, but it's not painful. They'll spray your throat with a local anesthetic to make it go numb.
Okay.
Then they'll pass a thin tube from your mouth into your stomach. And this tube's got a little light and a tiny camera on the end that sends pictures to a television that the doctors can look at. One of us can hold your hand through this. You won't be alone.
It's gonna happen now? But no one told me that. I mean, my dad didn't say any of that. I don't like surprises.
Yeah, it's all set up and the doctor's waiting for you. Do you have any questions?
Will you be there too?
If you'd like me to be.
Yes, please.
Of course. Anything else you'd like to know?
Will there be a lot of people there?
There has to be a few people to help, but we can keep this to a minimum. So you, me, the doctor, and a couple of assistants.
And you? And what's the doctor's name?
It will either be Dr. Anderson, who is tall and has twinkly eyes, or Dr. Langford, who has short hair and a Midlands accent.
Will it take a long time?
It will take 15 minutes. Then afterwards we can talk about what the doctors saw and if there's anything else that we need to do. Okay?
Okay. Sorry I was difficult earlier. It's all very confusing.
You weren't difficult, Joe. I understand.
Thank you.
What did you think? Film's a one-way medium, so I can't hear you. I'll tell you what to think. I think some things went really well there, and some things didn't go quite so well. David and Daphne did their best, didn't they? But here are some tips that they might have found useful. Upset is not refusal. What do I mean by that? I mean that if a patient is visibly distressed or upset, don't think for one single second that means they're refusing treatment or to follow procedure. It can mean all kinds of things, and changing the environment, as Daphne did, is a great shout. If you didn't have the space available, as Daphne did, You could try asking the patient to take a seat, or to breathe deeply, or give them a glass of water. Showing that you can see that they're unhappy is brilliant. Walking through what can or will happen is massively helpful. This could be the first time they've been through this procedure. Not knowing what's going to happen can put everyone on edge and make us vulnerable. I'm a massive fan of the old say what you see. I can see that you are upset. Shows the patient that they have been heard and understood. And who doesn't want that? Don't underestimate the power of simply saying, I understand. I understand. A heightened state can delay processing times, so allow space for people to process information. Physical space and verbal space. Leave pauses. It might feel weird to leave silence, but it can be very powerful. As well as using pauses and silence, don't overwhelm people with information. Share one piece at a time and check it's been understood. You can even ask somebody to repeat back information to check that it has been received. It's the same with questions. Ask one at a time. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? How old are you? What's the time? Where do babies come from? Do you see what I mean? Finally, and this one should go without saying, but don't ever speak about a patient as if they're not in the room. Does he take sugar? How old is she? Until you have established that somebody can't speak for themselves, it's best to assume that they can. We're going to return to this point, but it's an important one, and I am a massive fan of emphasising.